So there was this video that popped up to my recommended feed called "The Gen Z Dating Market is Cooked." And I haven't seen anything yet. It just popped up on my feed and I immediately opened OBS. So we're going to react to this. No pre-watch, no nothing. Let's just get right into it.
The Gen Z dating market is cooked, especially if you are short, especially if you are Indian.
Why did you redeem it?
And I'm not being racist, I'm not being heightist, these are facts, and it's really bad if you're all of that and a man.
So 10 seconds in. Holy, that is a lot. Luckily for me, I'm not short. I'm 5'11", which basically means I'm 6 foot. Yes, I'm allowed to make that joke. I am part of the people that they think they're 6 foot, but in reality, I'm 5'11", so I did not meet 6 foot requirements, unfortunately.
So if a short guy defends himself, that's a syndrome now? It's funny how when a tall guy acts confident, he's a leader. But when a short guy does the same thing, it's short man syndrome.
That guy is 28, 5'4", and also loves the master race. That master race, and we're going to talk about him later.
Full stop. Full stop, bro. We barely just started the video. What?
Born to have Chinese, Korean features, forced to have Filipino genes, and then it cuts to some Filipino guy, and he's hot as shit, right? And I don't think people actually understand the struggles of people who...
I can't lie, this is the type of dude that my homegirl is falling for, and I'm being so serious when I say that. Like, if I texted my homegirl, like, this screenshot of the dude that he just showed, that girl is on her knees begging for that man. I'm convinced.
Fixate on this one aspect of their life. I'm fucking Indian, I'm cooked. Well, here's the thing. That guy is objectively attractive, and then we compare him to the other Filipino...
Random thought I just got. What's your opinions on neck tattoos? I'm not personally a tattoo kind of guy, so I don't know any tattoo people in my audience. Does it have aura if you have a neck tattoo?
He doesn't care about Filipino and loving their own race. He's just there for content and clout. And all that does is fuel this negative cycle that I'm ugly, I'm short, I'm Indian, and we're transitioning into the guy.
Before we transition into this questionable guy here, I just want to say that you shouldn't let social media dictate you. Just because you see a dude or a girl that's attractive, don't put yourself down. My suggestion is if you're able to realize that, okay, you might be a little more heavy than you want to be, then what do you do to lose that weight? You know, give yourself some positive energy every single day. I don't know, I sound like the average, like, dating enthusiast guy or whatever, but it's just basic commodity in my eyes. Like, definitely don't feel bad about yourself because you see a small aspect of somebody else's life that they want you to see because they're posting it on social media. I feel like a lot of people don't take that because they'll let, like, all the sad TikToks with, like, Carmelo Anthony highlights where it's like when you're a lover boy and the girl that you always wanted says, "You're so perfect, but I'm not ready for a relationship right now," so you decide to hang up the jersey with 0 rings. I get it, but at the end of the day, it's supposed to kind of, like, be, like, relatable to a certain extent, but you shouldn't let those types of videos, like, bring you down.
And his love for the master race.
So what did I say? I said something along the lines of, oh my God, you are tall, you're intelligent, you're attractive. You're basically mustache man's ideal woman.
How does one even come to a conclusion like that? I'm so, what the fuck?
Looked at her and smiled, and she just kind of like cracked a little smile like that.
Yeah, because what you just said was so fucking weird. Again, how do you come to a conclusion like that?
But she didn't really know what to say, and I immediately felt totally stupid because it's like, God, how culturally insensitive can I be? Germans don't want to think about that. They don't want to hear about that. And especially a woman, like what was I thinking? But again, I was just so aroused by the whole scenario.
What? Whoa. Where's my Batman? I fucked up the Family Guy reference. Whatever, put me on Fraud Watch. I'm actually in disbelief and I'm about to give like grade 1 level commentary. But holy fuck. What the actual fuck, dude? That's some sicko shit, man. That has to be some sick shit, dude.
That I just felt like I couldn't help myself. And after having done NoFap for like 4 weeks at that point, so I'm sure you're not surprised to hear, when the next class came, she did not sit next to me anymore.
To the absolute shock of fucking nobody. I'm not shocked, bro.
This is a very touchy subject because we can point and laugh, which is the easy route, but that's what other people do, and that's why people like him end up in this position. It's because no one understands him. He falls under this trap that because I'm a short man, I am below everyone else. He's actively going for people who are astronomically taller than him. He plays the game of like, I'm a submissive, short, small little guy.
What the fuck is that picture, dude? Holy shit. This the type of shit that make the whole block run, bro. I'm running away.
This the type of shit right here that make the whole block run.
He definitely has a Twitter account. Most definitely. And follows like the baddest e-girls on that fucking website. I'm convinced. Because I would never do some shit like this. Not even for clout. Because at this point, I would feel like I have no dignity.
Because he doesn't find enough value in who he is. His height defines him. And this...
Just because you see a TikTok of some attractive girl saying that they prefer men that are taller than her, doesn't mean that all women are like that. There's women out there that definitely prefer short guys. I can't speak today, Chet. Can you guys tell? Like, if you make your entire personality, guys, I'm short, then obviously no one's gonna fucking go with you, especially with that other shit he was on about, man. Just because your entire friend group has relationships right now, and you're the only one that's single, and you can't even get a text back, guess what, guys? Sometimes, that's probably the universe telling you, man, you gotta lock in on something. Like, I know it can get pretty sad when you're seeing everybody else in relationships and not you, but trust me, work on yourself, get your money up. And then maybe sometime soon someone comes around and enjoys your presence, chat. You're not that chopped, twin, but I am chopped, so that's why I make commentary slaptuber videos, because I'm chopped.
Statistically, they reference all these studies which are all true. They attach their whole ideals and beliefs towards these statistics.
Yes, short people are at a massive disadvantage when it comes to relationships because 85% of women prefer tall guys, okay? We're stating the fucking obvious here. But we can't push a narrative where it's like all women love tall men. There's definitely women that prefer a short guy over a tall guy. Just go on Twitter. Every time I see like a Twitter e-girl with like 300k followers, they'll be like, I like my man short. And then everybody in the replies are saying, my chance is finally here, head ass.
We all have our own handicaps. A lot of people give themselves the words of negative affirmations. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I cannot do it. I'm a loser.
Yeah, guys, I'm a loser, bro. I make slop-tube content. I ain't fucking with the slop, man. I see how it is.
She don't want me cause I'm fat, I get it. But now she want me because my money the size of a midget. She ain't wanna talk to me.
Ooh.
She just gave me her digits.
Ooh.
I'm in the studio making
Ooh.
hits. She called my phone, but remember in elementary, she told me to leave her alone.
Yo, chat, was he spitting? Was he spitting a little bit? Yo, we gotta run that shit back. He was okay spitting. Y'all know that Lucky song that's basically been TikTok fire? It's like, my ex be fans of me when they all run down, you ran to me. 2 months ago to stand with me. You can tell I'm not that big on Lucky because I don't know half the lyrics. But I feel like every single time I see somebody say, yo, Lucky's so relatable, it's that fucking song, man. It's always that fucking song, dude.
But the problem is, you can't change the way you are. So how do you overcome this obstacle? Because it's still true. You're still short as fuck. You're still Indian. You're still Asian. You're still dumb as shit. You're low IQ. How do you overcome that?
How are some of y'all going around living life not caring what people think about you?
Well, to answer that question is the only opinions I care about are people that are close to me. Other than that, I don't give a shit. I think that's pretty simple, but I feel like it's a difficult concept these days. If you have a good support group, if you have amazing friends, then realistically, those people that you trust, their opinions should matter the most than what somebody that doesn't know you matters, if that makes sense.
What's very ironic about the people that value looks is that they're the ones that value looks the most. And people fail to remember that when you're looking at nature, there will be that unperfect tree, a line of asymmetry, and you'll forget about it. You'll choose to ignore it. You're walking across a busy street and there might be a person who's handicapped on a wheelchair strolling along. You'll notice it and you'll continue to move on. But people who lack romantic relationships, they're the ones that over-fixate and put this amount of importance towards the thing that they don't have.
All right, think about it like this, and this might be my hot take for the video. Looks matter to a certain extent, because what I mean by that is if you're talking to somebody for the very first time, they'll obviously rate you depending on your looks. Then, if they find you a little bit attractive, they'll continue more so that way they learn more about you. So, when people say looks matter, they over-exaggerate it too much to where it's like, oh man, I can't fucking do anything or talk to women because when they look at me, they think I'm some ugly loser or some shit. Well, then they missed out on somebody that has a great personality, I guess. I don't fucking know, chat. My point is, looks matter to a certain extent. All right, that's all I gotta say on this video. I'll leave the original video in the description down below if you want to watch it yourself in full. And yeah, it's really about it. See ya.